Hi, this is just an overview for an Optimus LAB-2250 linear tracking turntable. I won't be able to demonstrate the unit actually playing because the needle is broken on this, but the mechanics seem to work on it. So, from my understanding, this is from the late 80s, maybe 90 maybe or so. It's when they sold these. This is a this is a linear tracking unit. So basically the arm, instead of being, mounted at one pivot point and tracking with the record as it spins, the whole arm just moves in linear fashion, left and right, to track the grooves. I'll show you mechanically what it's doing, but first I'll show you around back here. So there's the model number, and there's a serial number for reference. Not much back here except for that and the power cord, and then of course you got your signal cables here that are permanently connected, so they're hardwired in there. But you got your left and your right, and then a ground connection. So to reduce the hum or eliminate the hum when you connect it to your amplifier. And okay, so like I said, the needle is broke on this, so I cannot show you how it works with a record, but I'll give you some demonstration on the function of it. So I've got the unit plugged in, and you get your power button here. We'll just turn it on. And so over here we've got an indicator for the record size and the speed it's playing at. So if you change to a 7-inch, it goes to a 45. 12 hits, 33 RPMs. In terms of 45, this does have an adapter that you can just place there and set your 45 on it. Lines it up properly. And then there's a repeat function, so it just basically will, play the record again after it's finished automatically. And there's a fast forward and reverse thing. These are basically to move the arm after you cue it. So let me just demonstrate. It might be easier to see what it does. So if I hit play, so it automatically moves over and it starts to play. Obviously you can't play, but really what it does is there's a sensor, a light sensor in the back of the mechanism of this arm, and as this arm moves slightly inward, the motor turns on that runs this on the track, and it starts moving it. So you see as I slightly move it, it just tracks. And that's how it operates. When it gets to the end, you'll see it lifts up on its own, and it just goes back to its home position. So back to the cue and this forward and reverse. So if I get it out there and it's playing, let's say it's playing here, if I hit Q, see it lifts it up, so it's just hovering above the record. And then you can move to the next track or wherever you want to move, backward or forward. And then you just hit Q again and it'll drop it back down. See, I hit Q, goes up. So that way you don't have to touch the arm and risk, causing it to scratch your record and that sort of thing. So it's got a couple nice features, and I wish the needle was not broken on it, and I would show you how it works and show you play, but cannot do that today, so I'll just be likely selling this for parts. And yeah, there's not a whole lot more to cover, really. It's just got this clear plastic cover. It's got some spring-loaded hinges on it that hold it up. This unit's in actually pretty good physical shape for how old it is. You can see some, some marks and stuff from, minor scratches and scuffs for over the years. Probably when they clean it, it probably takes it out a little bit. But otherwise, it's in pretty good condition. And I mean, mechanically, it's working. I cannot say that it's working electronically. I can't obviously test its ability to play an actual record. But if somebody's needing this for parts, or they have a needle for it, or whatever, this will get you pretty far to getting a working unit. And yes, nice unit. If I hit play stop, it'll just go back to its home position, and platter stops spinning. And this is a belt drive. I don't know if I mentioned that, but there's a belt there. The belt's in actually very good shape for how old it is. I did replace the belt that's in here that runs the track back and forth. That one was worn out. But other than that, mechanically it seems to be okay. And yeah, that's all I had for today's demo. Thank you for viewing.